Have you ever been to a place that feels like a dream? Like someone took all the colors, all the best flavors, all the music? That's Barcelona. It's a city painted by dreamers. You can feel it everywhere. Buildings that curve and twist like they're alive. Smell of tomatoes, garlic drifting from a tiny kitchen. A guitar playing in a sun-drenched plaza. This isn't just a city, it's a living, breathing work of art. It asks you to participate. Taste, listen, feel. I had to go. It was calling my name. For years I'd seen pictures, I'd heard stories from friends. They'd come back sparkling, they'd talk about the food. Oh, the food. They'd talk about Antoni Gaudí. The flight felt like the opening credits to a great movie. I was so excited. I flew into Barcelona El Prat Airport. It's big and modern. Getting into the city is a piece of cake. Or maybe a piece of pan con tomate. I hopped on the Aerobus, a big blue bus. It drops you at Plaça de Catalunya. It's easy, it's cheap. You watch the city unfold as you drive in. I skipped the big hotel. I rented a small apartment in Gracia. Best decision. My place was simple but cozy. Tiny balcony, morning coffee, neighborhood sounds waking up, people chatting in Catalan. It felt real and easy on the wallet. Now, the important stuff. Food. Tapas first. El Zampanyet in El Born. Tiny, crowded, loud, perfect. Stand at the bar, point, they pile it on a plate. I had these incredible anchovies, don't make a face. These were fresh and plump, served in vinegar. I had patatas bravas, crispy potatoes with a spicy sauce and garlic aioli, glistening olives, pan con tomate, pa ambi tomate, bread with tomato. It sounds simple, but it's a revelation. For something more substantial, I found a little place with seafood paella. The rice was perfectly cooked with that crispy bottom, the so-carrot, shrimp, mussels, clams. I could eat that every day for the rest of my life and be a very, very happy man. Not for one single, wonderful, delicious second. Not a vacation, a culinary and cultural pilgrimage. Find the heart of the city one bite at a time. There's a certain rhythm to life in Barcelona. It's a slower, more deliberate pace. In the afternoon, the city takes a collective breath. This is the famous siesta. People go for a long, leisurely lunch. Sit down, maybe with a glass of wine, actually enjoying your food and the company you're with. It teaches you to slow down, to savor the moment. I was more than happy to participate. I was lucky enough to be there during one of the neighborhood festivals, the Festa Major de Gracia. This was incredible. The whole neighborhood comes alive. Each street competes to have the most amazing decorations. They create these elaborate, fantastical worlds out of recycled materials. I walked down one street that looked like an underwater wonderland, and another that was a scene from a science fiction movie. At night, there's live music in the plazas. There are parades with giants, dragons, little kids to grandmas just celebrating. It felt like the entire city was one big, happy family having a party. The people I met were just wonderful. There's a warmth and an openness to them. My Spanish is, well, let's just say it's a work in progress. But everyone was so patient. They'd smile and help me find the right word. I had a great conversation with a baker about the best way to eat an ensaimada. He explained it with his hands and a huge smile. It's those little moments that make a trip special. The city's atmosphere is a unique blend of laid back and lively. During the day, people stroll or relax on the beach. But at night, the city puts on its dancing shoes. It truly knows how to live. You can't talk about Barcelona without talking about Antoni Gaudí. The man was a genius, an absolute magician. His architecture is everywhere, and it's unlike anything you've ever seen. It's like he looked at nature, at trees, at bones, at flowers, and said, I'm going to make buildings out of that. His most famous work, of course, is the Sagrada Familia. This is not just a church, it's a spiritual experience. From the outside, it looks like a magnificent sandcastle melting in the sun. But when you walk inside, oh my goodness, the light streams through the stained glass windows and fills the whole space with a rainbow of colors. It feels like you're standing in a magical forest. Then there's Park Güell. This place is pure fun. It's a park designed by a man who clearly never lost his inner child. There's a long, winding bench covered in colorful broken tile mosaics called trencadis. And of course, the famous mosaic lizard, El Drac. While the big attractions are amazing, I have a soft spot for the hidden gems. One of my favorites was the Hospital de Saint Paul. It's a former hospital complex made up of beautiful pavilions set in lovely gardens. It's decorated with mosaics, stained glass, and sculptures. Designed to be a place of healing. A stunning, quiet escape from the bustle of the city. If I had to pick one absolute favorite, it would have to be the Sagrada Familia. It's one of the most incredible spaces I've ever been in. The scale is mind-boggling. The way Gaudi used light and nature in his design is pure poetry. It made me feel small in the best possible way. To think he started this in 1882 and it's still being built today, it's a testament to a grand vision. It's a place of hope and creativity. It moved me to tears, part of something much, much bigger. Let's be honest, no trip is perfect. Every rose has its thorn, and every city has its, well, pickpockets. Let's start with the best parts. World-class culture, a relaxed beach city vibe. Morning Picasso, morning Gaudi, afternoon toes in the sand, afternoon fresh seafood, afternoon watching the waves. La Boqueria, explosion of sights, sounds, smells, fresh fruit juices, jamon iberico, mountains of candy. Now the sour part, the crowds. Peak summer feels like the whole world is there. Expect lines. With crowds come pickpockets. Be very, very careful with belongings. Use a crossbody bag and keep a hand on it. Hardest part for me, over-tourism. Graffiti saying tourists go home. It's complicated. Be a respectful visitor. Support local businesses. Try to learn a few words. Remember you're a guest in someone else's home. Travel with awareness and kindness. A little bit of caution goes a long way in making sure your trip stays happy and stress-free. Alright, if you're planning your own trip, and I really hope you are, here are a few little tips from me to you. Barcelona can be as cheap or as expensive as you want it to be. You can save a lot of money by eating the Menu del Dia, a fixed-price lunch menu that most restaurants offer on weekdays. It's usually 3 courses, including wine, including water. It's the best deal in town. Also, make use of the amazing markets to grab snacks, fruit, bread for a cheap and delicious picnic lunch on the beach or in a park. Getting around is super easy. The metro system is fantastic, clean and efficient. It will take you almost anywhere you want to go. Buy a T-Casual card, which gives you 10 journeys at a much better price than single tickets. But honestly, the best way to see the city is on your own 2 feet. Barcelona is a great walking city. Put on some comfortable shoes and just get lost. Wander through the narrow streets of the Gothic Quarter and the charming plazas of Gracia. That's how you find the real magic, the little hidden spots that aren't in the guidebooks. As I mentioned, be smart about your stuff. Don't carry your passport with you. Leave it in your hotel safe. Don't flash expensive jewelry or cameras around. I use a bag I can wear across my chest, and I always keep a hand on it in crowded places. Finally, if you can, try to visit in the shoulder seasons. Spring, April to May, or fall, September to October. The weather is beautiful and the crowds are much smaller. You'll hear both Spanish and Catalan. Try to learn a few basic phrases in both. Hola, gracias or gracias, adeu or adios. People are friendly and most speak English. A little effort shows respect and is always met with a warm smile. So after all the walking, all the art, and all the incredible meals, what's the one moment I keep coming back to? The one that's etched in my memory forever? It wasn't at a famous monument or a fancy restaurant. It happened on my last evening. I was wandering through the Elborn neighborhood, just letting my feet guide me. The sun was setting, casting a warm golden glow on the old stone buildings. I found this tiny, family-run bar. An old man was behind the counter. There were just a few locals inside, sipping on vermouth. He served it to me from a big wooden barrel, with an orange slice and an olive. I stood there, leaning against the bar, the smell of old wood and wine, the sound of quiet conversation in Catalan, the taste of the sweet, herbal vermouth. In that moment, I felt completely connected to the city. I wasn't a tourist anymore. I was just there, a part of the evening's rhythm. That's the real magic of travel, isn't it? That simple glass of vermouth in that tiny bar meant more to me than any grand spectacle. It was a taste of real Barcelona life. Its warmth, its history, its love of simple pleasures. Barcelona fills you up, it fills your belly, it fills your mind, and it fills your heart. So now, I have to ask you, have you been to Barcelona? What was your magic moment, your favorite bite, your hidden gem? Or if you haven't been, what are you dreaming of?